So the bike is still not ready.
Thank you. Fucking idiot.
In the previous video, you said the next video is gonna be about me going to Germany.
Yes.
So
Run!
2 days ago, I changed the gasket for the rocker box on the front.
Yes, but I've been busy.
And you still didn't manage to put the 2 bolts in for the gas tank.
Thank you for all the kind words.
You're very welcome.
Idiot. Nope. Gas tank on. Bike is ready, I hope. Sissy bar on. And try to find the tent and the sleeping bag and all the stuff I haven't used for about a year. And then I'm going to ADC, American Dream Cycles, and gonna have a talk about the Clubstyle Bash in, I can't remember where, but it's an airport.
It's an airport.
It's called the Airport Invasion.
Invasiona.
And it's gonna be fucking cool.
It sounds very cool.
So I'm going to Germany now. Gonna have a pit stop with our friend down at the border. Have some beers and continue on tomorrow. And let's get this done and get on the road.
I wish you a pleasant trip, which I will not be joining. I will go to the north to another Harley thing.
Ja. Jeg synes godt nok, der var et eller andet, der ramte mit ben. Der røg piber sgu. This is Autobahn, no speed limits, and I got my racing luggage behind me. So let's see what it can do. I want to at least hit 200.
Vi har sgu lidt levende med en oppakning på 200. Den ligger nok lidt mere stabil ved 1.500, hvis du nu skal være helt ærlig.
I came down to American Dream Cycles, had a good ride, 750 kilometers. It's fucking hot here in Germany.
Summer is
here.
Yes.
So, introduce yourselves.
So hi guys, I'm Daniel from American Dream Cycles. I'm the owner, as I can say. The owner is right, really? Okay.
Owner. Big
founder, owner, the fucking goat, the big boss. So yeah, it's nice. It's a pleasure that you're here today. So,
of course.
The first time or the second time?
No. Last year as well.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
I remember. A little bit foggy, but I remember.
Yes. And we met at the expo in Germany and in Italy, right?
In Italy also? You were fucking sick in Italy, right?
Yes, it was not good.
Yeah. Oh man, I've seen that.
There's videos of that as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I will give the mic to my partner.
I'm Alex. I do the social media kind of work for American Dream Cycles. I do all the YouTube videos, Instagram, the online shop and stuff. It's all my kind of work.
Yeah. So American Dream Cycles has their own YouTube video on German, and I think there's some AI translation as well if you're not from Germany. So go to their page. We will link it here or here somewhere.
Wherever.
Yes.
I think it's up there.
But we're here to talk about the Clubstyle Bash.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. From the 18th to the 20th of July, it's, I think, maybe the biggest Clubstyle event here in Germany, as far.
It's pretty much the only really Clubstyle event in Germany right now.
Yeah. So it took place here in Germany. Not often yet that Clubstyle event here is in Germany. So anyway, now it is time. So we need you guys to join our Clubstyle Bash.
It will be insane.
It will be
So
insane.
we talked a little before the camera, but there's still everybody out there. What's going on in these 3 days? It's at the airport. I can see that airport invasion.
So we're at a little airport close to Siegen, which is kind of close to the middle of Germany, if you would say that. And we have a lot of stuff planned. We have Prüfstand, like a dyno jet kind of trailer there, so you can check out how much performance your bike has. we have a contest for Clubstyle and performance baggers.
Yeah.
The Clubstyle contest is just going to be decided as usual, who has the best Clubstyle bike. And the performance bagger contest is going to be about who has the most power. That's why we also have the Dyno Jet there.
Okay.
So it's not only about looks, it's also about what your bike can provide.
There's going to be some crazy baggers there.
Yeah, we also have live music, a stunt show. Every day there is a small stunt show, I think even multiple per day.
Multiple times.
We will pretty much have everything. We have food, we have music, we have drinks. From cocktails to soft drinks to beer, we have everything you need.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of companies there, even some people from the United States. We have Chopper Kings there as well.
Yeah, I saw. That's cool.
Yeah. So
And,
it will be a really great show. Also, especially because some guys from the US come over, as Bardo from Chopper Kings, as he told us. That will be a pleasure, because I think maybe we are the first one in Germany who have such an huge, I don't know the word for it, so such a huge Einfluss.
Following or people that are just interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What about the stunt riders? Is it the local guys?
It's all guys from our own.
From our own stunt group. So we have the Clubstyle Collective.
Yeah.
Is, to explain that, it's a group of many people, some kinds of companies like we, American Dream Cycles, some guys from the stunt area, I don't know. So Nick, he's also a good painter. Everything what you need to build a bike like this, it's in the collective. So every guy, there's one guy for the engines, there's one guy for coloring as well.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people who taking care of everything when it comes to Clubstyle. That's the reason why this Clubstyle collective is very unique here in Germany. And I mean, all these guys are really crazy, but it brings a lot of fun with these guys. Also ride with these guys. The last time we all were together was Punta Banya.
Yeah.
That's also a Clubstyle event. I don't know, is this year? Is it even like last year?
It was originally a Chopper event, and then it kind of transferred to Clubstyle. And this year, it's also Clubstyle, but I think it's like kind of an Indian.
It's an Indian thing.
Indian-focused event, so we're probably not gonna.
So we're not coming.
We're not over
We're not
there.
attending.
We're
But-
not over there.
Do I remember right? The bash was here last year.
It was like
We had our open house here,
Yeah.
and the collective was invited as a kind of guest to also
Yeah.
have their first bash here.
Yeah.
And before that, we had the Clubstyle Rideout, which was in March of last year, which was pretty much like the first time that the German Clubstyle scene came together.
Yeah.
And from there on, it kept on growing. So,
Yeah.
kind of
I
the first Rideout, it was just planned to go to a lake and have like a couple of beers and eat some fries. And now it has come to the collective bash, which is a pretty much huge event with a lot of companies involved.
So it looks like there's going to be a lot of people at the airport,
yes,
Of course.
of course.
and
We
from
hope so.
all over Europe, right?
All over Europe. We have guys from England, guys from the US as well, as we're talking about. From
Belgium, Netherlands, France, I think somebody from Italy also said
Yeah,
they were
Italy,
coming.
yeah.
So pretty much every country that surrounds Germany, there's somebody coming.
Yeah. Crazy.
We didn't never expect that that's such a huge thing, but actually, as you see in your hometown, everybody talks about Clubstyle. Actually, it's pushing really hard.
Yeah, and you're doing it in an airport with
Yeah.
the stunt show and
Yeah.
beers, and
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people coming.
Yeah. So one thing what we have to tell the people, especially for your hometown, when you're coming over to the Clubstyle event, there's actually the opportunity to get a campground ticket.
Yeah.
It was like a couple days ago.
A couple of days ago, the second wave of tickets arrived on the online
Yeah.
shop.
So
Okay.
be fast, grab a ticket if you want to camp over there, because I think they will sold very, very fast. So
And you won't
get
miss
yours.
anything if you sleep on the ground.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about this one, because you and me talked about this one back in January in Italy.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
now it's a bike.
Now, finally, we getting somewhere, I would say. So there's a difference when you build a chopper or a bike like this. So especially when you ask me, I love choppers, as you see my choppers I've showed you all the time. So that's a lot easier to build a chopper because everything you do will make that the bike is riding not better. And in this case, when you
Just looks good.
just looks good and drives like shit.
Yeah.
And especially in this Clubstyle performance area, you have to take care of it as everything you do will work proper and better as stock. So what we have here is an early dyna with the Evo SNS engine in it, Baker 6-in-1, transmission, everything on the bike, fucking expensive for an old bike like this.
What size Evo?
124.
So a 124 Evo,
Yes.
which is 80
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah, which
So-
is 80 stock. So there you used to do some modifications on the frame, as like the swing arm, better shocks, blah 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 blah. Everything what you do, you have to make sure that everything is better than the stock parts, because
Yeah.
the stock parts on the early dyna is not so good as well. So you have to take care that you have proper brakes, the suspension has to be good and stuff like this. Also, this is like a stunt bike. It don't look like a stunt bike now, but after we receive the crash bars from enemy customs, as soon as we get them, because actually they're not here, but we will take care of that. That means we get some crash bars in the back, in the front, so that you can drop the bike on the side and nothing happens to the frame. That's the thing,
Yeah.
because it will lay down on the side
Of course.
often, I think.
There's not a lot of old dyna left on this bike.
No,
So what you
only
went
the
with?
main frame.
Yeah, exactly.
Only the main frame, yeah.
So you went with Alnes wheels
Yes, our NES rims, 18 in the
in
back.
chrome.
In chrome.
Yes, we like.
In chrome. It's 18 in the back and 21 in the front. I think this look and the height of the rims looks pretty well.
Yeah, it looks perfect. Chain drive.
Yeah, for sure. You need it. Chain drive is a very important thing when you have an engine like this with a lot of horsepower, that you get the power to your rear wheel. That's the way we go with the chain drive.
Yeah. And upgraded rear shocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially what we have to say to the rear shocks. For which bike was they originally?
I think a Triumph.
It's for a Triumph, and I get it really cheap from Motorcycle Storehouse because it was in a blowout sale, and that's the reason why these guys are black and not chrome, because originally these guys are they're from Progressive Suspension.
Yeah,
right?
I know these shocks. They are not cheap.
They are not cheap. They're fucking expensive. So I go for them because you have to take the right road to go with optic, and you have to go with performance. Somewhere in between, I try to get the line.
Yeah.
And yes, well, we have
This,
to do.
on this bike, this is catalog stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff here that's maybe not so much on an old dyna. Like,
Yeah.
what is these triple trees?
These triple trees are fabricated from Zodiac. You know, Zodiac is
Yeah, of
a
course.
supplier, and they produced it especially for these Öhlins front end.
It
So
looks-
that means the front end is, as you can see, from Öhlins, and the triple tree is done by Zodiac by himself. They produced them by himself.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It looks
One thing what you not often see, especially, is the riser setup. I've seen that from a good friend of mine, also a member from the Clubstyle collective, and he is sitting in Berlin, and he has also an actual project. I mean, it's an FXR, right? Yeah. It's an FXR, and he has these risers on his bike, and I've seen them last summer. I mean, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, what's this?
I
What's
need
this?
those.
I need those. And I was trying to get him from him because I was telling him, hey man, I'm a little bit faster in building because I need the bike next year. Give me the risers, please, please, please. And he was like, no man, you have to order it in the US by yourself because the dealers, an US dealer, Lucky Speed Shop, it's very difficult to order these to Germany because the guy don't want to send them anymore to Germany.
It's often a problem.
It's often a problem, you know that. So it took a little bit of time to get these risers. How long did you? By the way, I have to tell you something. This little guy here, this bike is more his project than mine because I have to do a lot of work in the shop because customers first, after that their own projects. And from time to time I'm telling him, hey man, I need any part, I don't know, it's like the dash, we want a new dash. And he is on the internet and take a look what we can do, what kind of dash we need. And that's the reason why there are so much parts who are original, not on this bike. Like this dash here is from an FXR.
Yeah.
We rebuilt the complete gas tank that it fits with this kind of dash. And yeah, there's a lot of metal work what we've done to the gas tank. As you can see, we did.
The gas tank, is that the original dyno gas tank?
Yeah.
Which you dished?
Yeah.
You,
Right.
yourself?
Yeah. Everything what you see and everything what we do here at ADC, we done it by ourselves. That means I done it. Or Christian, you can't see him, but he's my co-worker here. And everything what we do from painting to building, metalwork, everything is done by ourselves. So that's pretty unique in Germany because most guys here in Germany, when they have to do metalwork, they give it to a metal shop. When they do have a paint job, they give it to a painter. So and that is one of the reasons what is unique on our shop because everything what we doing by ourselves.
Yeah, it's the same with our own shop.
Yeah.
And it's a big advantage when you're planning a bike. When I don't necessarily need to know exactly how it's finished because I can twerk it in between.
Yeah.
And the same with the paint because if some parts gets changed, then I can change the paint job to fix it.
To make it complete again.
To make it complete so everything comes together.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's the indicator for us why we do this kind of work by ourselves, because you don't need anyone else. That's a big thing here in Germany. When you get in some kind of a customer shop, customization shop, and you bring your bike there and you tell them, hey, I want a complete custom bike, I want this. Then you ask for a price and they tell you, yeah, it's like, I don't know. And then they comes to you, how long does it take? And then they say, yeah, maybe in half a year. And the customer is saying, oh man, why do it take it so long? Because I need a painter, I need a metal worker. And that's one of the reasons why we also do it by ourselves, because we are faster. That's the reason.
One more thing about the bike. We need to talk about the mid controls. They're fucking cool.
Yeah. I've seen the mid control the first time on another guy I know, a good friend of mine, Independent Shoppers. He is in the game like the game exists in Germany, I would say. And he built bikes like shoppers, like all kind of stuff. And I often seen that they use these kind of mid controls on the Evos, on the M8s, and I was like, man, where did they get them? And I was calling him and then, hey man, blah, 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 blah. And after that, he's told me the guy, famous fabricator, you can put it here in the link because I like this guy a lot. He produced the complete set by himself here in Germany. Because, I think maybe there's only one other distributor who sell parts like this. It's PM, Performance Machine, I mean. So these parts I have on my last build of, it was a road glide, the performance road glide. You have seen the red one?
Yeah.
And there I got it for the M8 from PM. And there are no, really, I think maybe only these two building mid controls like this. PM and famous fabricator, right?
Yeah, definitely like established brands
Yeah.
that build them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and also he is now coming up with new parts like these mid controls for the early dyna, for the late dyna, early softail, late softail, for the M8 Tourings, for the M8 softails. Every bike what you can get these days, he made mid controls for them.
And it looks
Super clean.
Super clean.
Super
It's-
clean, yeah.
I saw you, I think on Instagram, that
Yeah.
you posted a picture and you wrote it's famous fabricator.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a US guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I had no
everybody
idea.
Everybody thinks he's from the US because no one knows him here in Germany.
Yeah.
I think. So that's the reason why we have to give him a shout out that the German guys or the Danish guys know these parts because I think actually he is looking for some distributors also. You can put it on your card.
So we can see. We
Yeah.
can see. So, Audi handlebars,
Yeah,
complete Öhlins front
front
fork,
end. Yep,
Galfer brakes.
yep.
Yep.
So now actually
What
we
about
got
the calibers? What are
uh,
you doing?
we get from
We bought some Tokiko dual disc radial mount
Yeah.
calipers. They're right behind you. So we want to change that up. As if, in the beginning, we only wanted to do one disc
Yeah.
because it was really hard for us to get like radial brakes here. Brembo really doesn't. For some time, I think they stopped producing them, and in Germany, it's just basically hard to get them. So we got those from a guy who like rips apart bikes. They belong to a GS XR,
Yeah.
like one of those sport bikes.
It could be. Yeah.
And
It looks like.
it was a lucky find, so now we're gonna upgrade to dual disc brakes.
Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult, as you can see, the mounting hardware here on these bikes. You can order them as well. That's the bracket for the stock caliper. And now you need another adaptation to get the radial brakes on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means it looks really shitty when you have thousands of these calipers here. So we have to make a part that takes the radial bracket. I don't know. We have to take care of that. That's
Yeah, so it's going to be one single bracket
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
3 parts
1,000
folded
parts,
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because this is not only a stunt bike, it's a very clean custom bike.
Yeah. These are the parts what we have to handle with because it's very difficult to get for these early dyna parts, I think.
Yeah, well, it seems to come together.
Yeah.
It looks very good,
Yeah,
very good. And exhaust, you were telling me that you build your own head pipes
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
buy a muffler.
By the muffler.
Yeah.
The muffler was laying around in the shop from another project. I don't know where it comes from, but it was here, so I have to reuse it because we all have to take care about money. So that's the reason why I'm going with this exhaust. And anyway, you have to make new head pipes because the original head pipes from this exhaust doesn't fit on the Evo and it doesn't fit with the mid controls, so we have to remodificate them. And now we're on the point where we can say it comes together.
So, will it be complete before the bash?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Yes,
So
definitely.
this bike will be stunt riding at the bash, right?
Yeah, we have to
So
find.
you're riding?
We have to find a stunt rider. We have to find and also we have to do some modifications about the oil lining.
Yeah.
Because there are some issues with these Evo engines, and when you go 12 o'clock for a long time, the oil feed is completely erased, and that's a big problem.
That's not good.
So there are some kind of upgrades, I think, what you can get for these oil pumps.
So what I've seen on the internet with the stunt guys doing is the basic problem is down in the oil pan, the feeding, like the tube in feeding line sits at the wrong place. So when you go 12 o'clock, there is no oil flow anymore. So you have to drill it out and put a new tap head in, and also take away some, like there's some kind of interior walls inside the oil pan that you have to delete.
Okay.
You cannot really, I think you can't buy that. I don't know if there's a manufacturer that makes like a complete kit, but it's it's easy. There's a lot of US guys that have made like a ton of videos about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an easy job. So after we take care of that, there will be some guys from the collective. We had a lot of good stunt riders there.
Okay.
And I think maybe 1 or 2 of these guys will take it for a ride.
Yeah, we need to see it, get the shit kicked out of it.
Yeah, at this time when the guys are throwing this bike apart, I will leave the party for a couple minutes because I don't want to see the bike on 12 o'clock. But anyways, that's the reason why we do this. We want to have fun over there, and yeah, that's the reason why this bike is here, because I like building things different. So everybody is going for an M8, and also I'm a shopper guy. I like all the engines.
Yeah.
The Evo engine is a really cool engine, and I think that's one of a kind here in Germany, and I think that is one of the reasons what it makes really unique. I think maybe that's it what we can say about the bash. The important thing is that you guys show up. I think how many people you bring with you actually?
I don't bring them with me, but I know there's a lot of guys coming from Denmark.
Okay.
And
cool.
that's why we're doing this video now. So
okay.
we can do some more. And hopefully what we want to do here is we want to go out to France, Italy, some of the non-German speaking countries.
Okay.
Because all you fuckers speak German all the time. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's a German problem.
Yes, it is.
But the French guys are also. When you go to French, everybody is speaking French, but they can speak English, but they used to do like they don't speak English.
Yes, I know. It's the same problem. You're talking about the camping tickets.
Yeah.
Where do people buy it?
I think it's clubstylegermany.com.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be listed somewhere around here. And if you need any more information, you can just go onto the Clubstyle Collective Germany Instagram page. Whereas also we announce all the sponsors there. If there's any change in plans, it's going to be announced there, which we hope there's not. There's not going to be a change in plans. And
okay, so if you want any kind of news leading up to if there's happening something extra crazy, you need to go to Instagram to see it, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Thank you.
Man, this is a pleasure.
Thank you. And yeah, I think we're gonna have some beers, and then at least I'll see you at the bash.
See you guys at the bash.
See you. On my way back home, I stopped by Thunderbike. It's pretty nearby. They had the annual Joker Fest, and it was the 40th anniversary. So normally it's a very big place with a lot of bikes, but this time it was fucking crazy. A lot of bikes at the show. They had the best custom competition. They had food, drinks, and they had live music all night. It was a very good event. At the bike show, they had some very nice Chicano bikes. They had the Harley-Davidson race bike. They had the old school chopper style. They had some very nice bikes. Okay, so we had about 1,000 kilometers in burning sunshine. Everything was good. I've been on the bike for 5 minutes now, and I have fucking water in my boots. So about 550, 600 left home, and I'm fucking wet.
Du ser lidt våd ud.
Der har ikke været mange tørre kilometer i dag.
Nå, direkte fra Thunderbike.
Nej,
Nej.
jeg kan ikke huske, hvad den hedder, den by.
Har du fået snitsel?
Ingen snit.
Skrækkeligt.
Ja, bare vand. Jeg er sulten.
Der er ingen glans overhovedet, der sporer i noget som helst.
Men de første 200 km i dag, det var bare monsunregn. Så nåede jeg næsten sådan at tørre op. Og så de sidste 220 km, der er det regnet igen. Men det var en fed tur. Jeg havde 1100 km eller sådan noget i hamrende godt vejr. Så der er ikke noget brugt over.
Det er fint.
Det var bare lige det der med regnvagten, der har været smart nok.
Du har prioriteret til telt, men du ikke har brugt.
Jeg har kørt 5 km uden vand i støvlerne i dag.
5 gode.
Så 545 med, kan man også sige.
You're back in Denmark,
Back in Denmark.
and I have no idea what you have experienced on this trip, because I was just here. But,
Yeah.
I can see
A lot of sunshine. A lot of sunshine.
and also some rain.
Yes.
It looks like.
We went from heaven to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 1,100 kilometers in pure sun. We had 31, 32, 33 degrees. And Saturday night, it all changed. So lightning, thunderstorm, very wet. I was at the hotel Sunday morning thinking, I'm not leaving yet. It was just fucking pouring down. And when it kind of stopped, I packed up the bike. I went fucking 5 minutes and I was just completely soaked. So,
I saw you when you got back.
yeah, so
You were not dry.
Sunday was like 550 kilometers and 400 of them in pouring rain. With no rain suit.
But still, every trip is a good trip.
Yeah,
So
it was fucking good. I went down to ADC, talk about the bash, had a good talk. They're building a fucking crazy diner right now for the bash, a stunt diner. And the day after we went to Thunderbike together at the 40 years anniversary party. Had a beer, had some food. They went back to ADC and I went up to, I don't know, somewhere closer to Denmark. But the weather was perfect that day, so just riding until...
then maybe you should have ridden a little further.
That didn't matter because Sunday was raining everywhere. But yeah, had a perfect trip. Now we're back, we need to work, we need to sell some parts,
Maybe wash the bike.
maybe wash the bike and get ready for the next trip.
Yeah. After
But
the
The bash, go. It looks fucking crazy. It's gonna be like nothing else. So if you have time, go,
I can't go, but I wish you a good time.
go.
Okay. Should we wrap it up?